What area of your business or leadership are you still shrinking in, even though you've outgrown the small version of yourself? Let's be honest. Are you scared to do something new? Scared to dream bigger? Scared to grow your business? Or maybe you've convinced yourself that I don't want to get too rich, or I'm fine keeping it small, or if I try, the system will change the rules on me anyways. But let me tell you something. Tell you a couple stories actually. See, I had a story where I did not want to grow too big. See, one day I was reflecting on my business growth and the amount of work it was taking me to reach $1 million in revenue. And I said to myself, I love being my own boss and all, but I'm okay with keeping things small. And all of a sudden, I reminded myself something. I said, if you're not growing, Carlita, you're slowly dying. And my first line of thinking when I said the first statement, it really was saying, I don't want to leave my comfort zone, or I don't want to risk failing, or I'm afraid of what else growth might require of me, or I'm too weak to do anything more than what I'm already doing. Now, I didn't say that out loud, but that's the truth of what I really meant. And those statements are just not true. They actually are dangerous because when you consciously reject growth, you unconsciously choose death. It's harder to prevent growth than to pursue it. See, growth is a natural order of life. And if you're trying to stay small, then there's greater risk than expanding. Another story, the I don't want to get too big myth. See, one of my coaches once shared that a friend told him, I want to work out, but I don't want to get too muscular. He laughed, not because he wasn't sincere, but because it reflected our fear masquerading as wisdom. You see, that mindset, it shows up in business all the time. I want to grow, but not too fast. I want to scale, but not too big. Sounds familiar? Well, business, just like nature, is meant to grow fully, boldly, and beautifully. Now, how do you go from playing it safe to playing it big? See, Dan Sullivan says it best in 10x is easier than 2x. Why? See, 2x growth requires more hustle, more juggling, and more of the same. But 10x growth, it demands transformation. You must think, act, and learn differently. And when you decide to stop playing small, everything changes. There's 5 areas that begin to shift when you choose growth. Your thinking change. You start seeing problems through lens of possibilities, not panic. Your innovation changes. You upgrade your offers to match the value you truly are called to deliver. Your decision making changes. You begin to move faster with conviction instead of hesitation. Your communication changes. Your message becomes magnetic and mission driven. And then your actions, well, they change too. You stop shrinking and you actually step forward with clarity and consistency. See, playing small, it's not humility. It's actually disobedience when you've been called to lead. So here are 3 big ideas I want you to take as you go on. Big idea number 1 is playing small is protection masquerading as wisdom. You shrink to avoid criticism, failure, or responsibility. But shrinking isn't safe. It's stagnant. Idea number 2, leadership is not about perfection. It's about permission. When you step into your authority, you give others permission to rise. And then number 3, your vision requires a version of you that's not led by fear. The next season demands visibility, conviction, and consistency, even when it's uncomfortable. See, enlarge the place of your tent. Do not hold back. Isaiah 54, verse 2. So, what do you do now? Well, if you ever asked yourself, what if I fail? What if I lose control? What if I'm not ready? I want you to ask yourself instead, what if I rise? What if I'm the one who breaks the cycle? What if the people I'm called to serve are waiting for me to show up? Your next level doesn't need a new plan, it needs a new posture. You were never meant to play small, you were meant to lead boldly. And now is the time. So if you're ready to stop playing small, if you're ready to scale with purpose, not pressure, join the Legacy Builder newsletter. Each week, I'll send you strategic tools to help you scale with structure, soulful prompts to anchor your leadership and purpose, systems and strategies that build what outlives you. So join the Legacy newsletter today so we can root deep, reach wide, and build what outlives us. My name is Carlita. I'm the Mindset Mechanic.